everybody, today's Bride here, and we are at the Trailhead at Cascade Lofts today, a brand new awesome wedding venue here in Akron, and we just wanted to give you some insight on how awesome and cool it is.
Yeah, so we are here with Kaylee. She is the event coordinator and the manager of the space, so she is the expert on all things Trailhead. So why don't you give us an overview of how Trailhead got started and a little bit of info about the space?
Sure, I can do that. So the building itself was an old tire factory, so it was built in 1904. I'm sure everyone's familiar with Akron's rubber tire history.
Absolutely.
Very important.
Go
Rubber City, yeah, exactly. Swinehart Tire and Rubber, kind of a cool story. James Swinehart was the owner of the building. So he was an executive with Harvey Firestone over at Firestone Tire and Rubber. Came over here, opened his own complex in 1904. And obviously the building, changed hands over the years, and fast forward 100 years, but 2010 it was slated for demolition. So it could have become a parking lot or a field or something, nothing, I guess. And local developer Tony Troppi came along and swooped in, saved the day, and took over the building. So in 2014, we started renovations. So upstairs from us, there are 24 loft apartments.
Oh, awesome. Oh, wow.
And then phase 2 was the event space here. So we did just open in January. And then phase 3 is the brewery. We have a brewery right next door called Lock 15. Awesome. So a lot of rich history in this area. A lot of their beers next door are named after. We're in the Cascade Valley here, technically, kind of the north end of downtown. But there was so much history here, not only with the rubber industry, but the mill. So we're just really excited to be here, and like I said, could have been nothing, and now it's a place where we get to help people celebrate and have weddings and life celebrations.
You can definitely tell that you get a sense of the community and the roots here. You have like the steel beams and the organic, rustic-looking wood. So can you tell us a little bit more about the design of the space?
Yeah, sure. So in the incorporating the design and coming up with how we wanted it to look, we definitely wanted the community, the history to play a big role in the aesthetics. So we really wanted to maintain a lot of the historic architecture, the character of the building. So, coming in with that adaptive reuse mindset. So, the steel beams that you see, we really didn't want it to look too industrial. We still wanted to bring a nice, elegant, modern look to it as well. So, with the lighting fixtures, the curtains, just the bar, we really wanted to make it feel a little more cozy and not so cold and industrial.
For sure.
But still appreciating the history, like I said, of the building and of the community.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So speaking of the cool wood in here, we heard there's a crazy story about the wood wall and some wood accents that are here. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, definitely. Great question. So, over here where the gift and cake table is, back here behind us is kind of our feature wall. All the wood you see around the bar was actually an old sycamore tree that was on our property. So our entryway here right off of Howard Street, unfortunately had to be taken down, but the owner was smart enough to actually take it to a mill, and we got about 250 pieces of this beautiful wood.
Wow.
And they measured the rings as well, and it turned out to be over 300 years old. So.
That is so cool. I'm obsessed with it. That is the most Joanna Gaines thing I've ever heard in my life.
It is.
Like, this place is giving me fixer-upper vibes, where it's not too, I don't know, it's the perfect amount of homey without being too rustic.
Yeah, you can fit a lot of different themes for your wedding and different styles with it.
Yeah, that's kind of what we wanted to incorporate, like I said. So just not, having a completely blank template, but
because it still has that character of like an old-timey feel, or like old world, like you're walking into history, but it's still modern and has the amenities.
I was going to say, but at the same time, it's crazy this was built over 100 years ago, because this looks so new.
Exactly.
It's just crazy worlds clashing together, and I'm about every second of it. So what is something that you guys offer that people are usually surprised by, or something that's a little unique that you guys do?
Sure, yeah, good question. So one thing I would say is definitely the attention to detail. I'm always trying to be there. I try to answer emails right away, be very attentive to any questions that the bride or groom has, or any of the family members. A couple of cool features that we offer here in the building is we have a little bridal room right off the restroom, which is nice. So the door locks, you can put your gift gifts in there, after, dancing, when dancing starts, or after dinner, before dinner, I guess. We also have a brewery right next door, as I mentioned, so a lot of folks like to have their after party there, instead of having to, get in a car and drive somewhere. They're just right next door. Yeah, convenience. So that's been fun. And then lastly, I would say something that is nice that we offer. We have 2 suites upstairs, so we've set aside 2 of the loft apartments. So we have 2 bedroom suites. There are 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, full kitchen, full dining room.
Oh my gosh.
Living room, laundry. They're right around 1,200 square feet.
Wow.
So one's for the bride and then one's for the groom. They're on separate floors, so it means they
so
never run into each other. So that's kind of nice.
I love that.
So it's a
That's
nice
awesome
little
little
feature.
feature.
You can cook and bring in food and like I said, full kitchen.
That's
so cool.
So-
That's super cool.
Yeah.
So once a couple has decided to book with Trailhead at Cascade Lofts, what can they expect for their wedding day?
Sure. So we accommodate for up to 200 guests seated. We also have a number of tables. So we have a combination of the 60-inch rounds, 72-inch rounds, and 8-foot rectangle tables.
Like all the options.
So, yeah, all the options, yes. And we also have a really pretty, my favorite part of the space probably, it's a Chiavari chair. So it's red mahogany with an ivory pad. They're
nice.
beautiful. As well as we do have our own liquor license, so we provide the bar service. We provide bartenders. That's also included in the cost of the venue, which is nice. We do allow open catering, so we just have a prep kitchen, so you're able to bring in any caterer you'd like. No additional cost, which is nice too.
Awesome.
Well, also what comes with this space is you get an event coordinator, whether that is me or someone else on our staff that helps with, setting up, coordinating vendors, cleaning, anything, odds and ends that the couple needs help with throughout the day. They also get the space from 8 a.m. to midnight, so you can come in early, stay
Oh,
late.
that's nice.
Yeah.
So
That
it's
is
nice.
really
You
great.
can really get everything done then. So
Yeah,
it's so much
because
time.
you don't want to rush, trying to get in and set everything up and then realize that you missed something on your tables and someone doesn't have a plate, or something like that. So you have plenty of time.
Yeah, definitely. And then another nice feature is that we're surrounded by beautiful nature. So we're kind of in a unique area. We are on the outskirts of downtown Akron, just the north end, with the hustle and bustle of the city. But then the back here on the north end, we just are surrounded by such beautiful nature. So we're steps away from the Cascade Valley. The nice thing is that we are surrounded by this beautiful nature, so we are steps away from the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, Cascade Lofts Parks Association, the Mustel store. So just across the bridge that connects our 2 properties is Lock 15. So we're right on the canal, the towpath trail, 101 miles of this beautiful trail. You can hike and bike. The lock system obviously has a lot of history. That's what Lock 15 is named after. So just a lot of beautiful nature, great for photos. So this is really just a one-stop shop. So you don't really have to go far at all.
That's what it sounds like.
All
Like,
right here.
All of your chairs, your tables. You can take your
Yeah.
pictures outside. You can be here all day. You won't have to move around throughout the day a lot, which
Right.
is so much easier.
It's so relaxing. You don't have
Yeah.
to worry about a time schedule or anything like that.
Yeah, another nice thing too is that we have the hotel right up the street, the Courtyard Marriott in the North Side District, which is really cool, very nice area. It's blossoming with new businesses, restaurants, nightlife. So that's another option for after parties. Block 15 knows it, but.
And if you have guests from out of
Yeah,
town,
anytime.
Yeah,
then they
exactly.
can opt over there and not be
Yeah.
too far away.
And we have the shuttle that they can pick up guests
Oh,
and take them
super
down.
convenient.
It's, yeah, 30-second drive, I think. So very quick.
Love it.
perfect.
That is great.
We have heard so much today, and thank you so much for letting us come here and show your space. We're obsessed.
Gorgeous.
And so if anybody's interested in booking their wedding venue here, you have to come check it out.
100%.
And how can they get a hold of you?
Sure, great question. So again, my name is Kaylee Foster. I'm the event manager here. You can reach me on our website. All of my contact information is there. There's booking information on our website as well. So feel free to take a look. It's just trailheadevents.com.
And you guys, you have to come check it out.
It is so cool. I'm obsessed.
So thank you again so much for having us here.
Thank you.
And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.